There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome to Moraff's World, version 6.1. And I played this a very, very, very long time ago. And I'm not sure if this is perfect graphics-wise. It gave me a lot of options at the startup for graphics. So let's see what happens. Hit escape or a mouse button to skip the introduction. Sure. Please select a player. So we've got a character selection screen and we've got mouse support. So that's nice. So select to create a new character. Different characters have different capabilities. If this is your first time playing, you should probably select the race Ogre and a class Fighter. Ogre fighters tend to be easier to keep alive. Right, so an Ogre Fighter it is. So hit any key to create your own character. So we want to be an Ogre, so number 6. And you've the option to roll on a character. Right. Let's roll. And you'll see the classic RPG, everything changes. Instead of, a specific, set of stats that you can then manipulate and choose, it's all based on die rolls. And this was very common. It was inspired by D&D, So, Y to keep the character. Please enter your name. James. Inventive. Please select a class. Well, it suggested a fighter. There's all the others. They appear to be some sort of, magical types. So we'll just go with fighter, because that's what the game suggested. No spell points, 46 hit points. And we are in to Moraff's World. Now, you'll note there's still mouse support. There is a nice sort of overview of the map there. We are level 0, and I'm really enjoying this this mouse support. Turn sound on. That'd be a good idea, because I'm not hearing much. Oh well. So the question is, where do we go from here? Objective. Use arrow keys to explore the dungeon. Use the ladders to descend to deeper, more dangerous places. Hit D to dig a hole. Sorry, I'm just taking in this whole inventory system. D. Do you wish to dig a hole in the floor? It may take some time, but if you are trapped, then you have no choice. Dig a hole in the floor, or forget the whole idea. Because it's a hole in the whole idea. Forget it. Right. We'll head out of there. And this looks like you've got mirrors on the side of your head. The wall refuses to move. This is extremely strange to navigate, isn't it? So I have no idea where I'm going. See, if I hit forward, it says the wall refuses to move. So is that forward there, and then back is also the wall. So if I turn, but I'm not turning. Because in your typical sort of blobber, if you turned, you would be able to continue turning, irrespective of where you were, because you'd turn in a sort of 360-degree motion while staying in the same spot. In Moraff's World, it appears to be almost like strafing. Unless I am doing something horribly wrong. Welcome to Moraff's First National Bank. So we can convert to jewel pieces, deposit money, withdraw money, rob the bank, or leave. let's err on the side of caution. There is something charming about it. The complete lack of graphics and my complete inability to control it sort of... Right, we've passed through that door into a room, as you can see on the map here. Hey, that's quite nice. I mean, I'm not enjoying the painting of the game, but I'm beginning to get the hang of it. So say if we wanted to go back to that door, we'd head this way, then that way, and then through the door. So you're sort of, it's a multi-pane system. Or is it? I'm looking at my little man. I'm so confused. Like, I just want to go forward. Right, so the arrow keys literally control you on the map, not in the real-time sort of updates on the 3D plane. So I'm just... Monsters are only found in the dungeon. You're in the town now, so you must find a ladder and go down it. Okay, let us find a ladder. There's a ladder up. That's not what we want, is it? We want a ladder down. That looks like a ladder down. We're approaching what looks like a ladder down. So if we click on that, we walk past it. Aha! We have descended. So to interact with objects you see on the screens, you wait until there's like a little sort of like that there in order to interact with it. So after brief teething problems with the control system, we are starting to figure things out. I still don't hear any sound though, so... Right, we've entered a room. No sign of any monsters though. It still claims we're in the town. So if we go down that ladder... Or did that lead somewhere else? I'm horribly confused. So I'm seeing D to dig. So if I stand over... You've found a trapdoor with a keyhole labelled 10. Unfortunately, you do not have the correct key. This key can only be found by killing a level drainer near the level this trapdoor leads to. Hit D to go down. Aha! Now, presumably this is a dungeon. The walls are blindingly white. It's very small. And we continue traversing. You are fighting the monster in the east view. Monster type, ogre. Hey, he's one of us. So, as you can see at the top, we've all kinds of options. So we'll say fight. East monster misses you. You hit. The monster in the east takes 4 points of damage. Okay. He's got 4 hit points left. I think we'll take him out. You missed the monster. We're fighting with our own kin here. Good God. Right, finally. Okay, and that's the combat. Simple stuff. We got some experience, and we only took 1 damage. So, I mean, that's not too bad. What is that? South monster misses you. That's a monster? Monster type giant yellow ball. Let's attack the giant yellow ball. doing a lot of missing. 69 hit points. Nice. But that means he's gonna kill us, right? What if we hit F to fight? Hey, F to fight works. So we can just keep whittling down. See, he's got a lot of hit points, but he's not really doing that much damage. And we're a big strong ogre, 400 pounds according to our bio. Which is considerably bigger than I am, which is surprising, considering I'm a DOS gamer, you know. That was a joke. Oh no. We might be big, but we're not very agile. This is very dated. But I think it came from that shareware scene. There we go. You find 8 stones. The pile weighs about 41 pounds. They're mostly copper stones. Take all. So we have a pile of copper stones that we can now take to the bank. And I don't know about you, but that looks like a monster over there. Okay. Monster type dwarf. There he is. He's only got 2 hit points. Let's just hurt him. There we go. And didn't seem to get much from that. So let's continue into this dungeon. What is that? I seem to be saying that for every creature. A werewolf. Look at that beautiful paint job. Well done, Moraff. Very evocative. I do get the feeling, I might be wrong, that Moraff did this all by himself. So, fair play to him. I think this is just like a randomized, infinite dungeon crawler. And I've sort of shown the basics. Let's go down a level. I've shown the basics of like the graphics, and I think each level might well be procedurally generated. You know, like Ancient Domains of Mystery. Feel free to look that one up, that's very good. And despite the limited palette and graphics and sound, it's fairly entertaining. So I mean, people who like, you know, classic sort of dungeon crawlers, fans of blobbers, I mean, I could see you getting some joy out of this if you overlook certain design decisions. Orange Dragonfly. The monster breathes fire on you. You feel toasted. Ah, we killed it anyway. A cup of health. Press any key to drink the wonderful liquid. Good news! You're ready to become first level. Go to the town, find an inn and stay the night. When you wake the next morning, you'll be much more powerful. Then the monsters will really come after you. Well, thank you, Moraff's World. But that's a very sort of Bard's Tale approach to things. It's exceedingly old-fashioned in its sensibilities. And people do appreciate that in this day and age. There is a sort of niche for this kind of game. So for people who like dungeon crawlers, people who don't mind the unique sort of perspective, the first-person view with 4 different panes, and people who, you know, are really hardcore into that kind of looting and pillaging over tile-based first-person system, yeah, this is looking good. This is looking real good. And I would recommend it to that tiny group of people. To everyone else, this would be an unplayable nightmare. But tell you what, for an unplayable nightmare, Moraff has done a really good job of explaining everything. You know, with a lot of games, you'd be like, oh my god, what do I need to do? And sure, the 4 panes took me a little while to get used to, but everything is there. It's nicely color-coded. All the hotkeys and stuff are explained in the top right. It's very good for what it is. So I'm going to quit out of that. And if you enjoy me playing classic RPG games, I do come across them every so often. So feel free to check out my other videos. And if you like it, hit the old subscribe button. Cheerio.